Okay, we're back.
All right, we're back. I'm dialing in from home today, actually just finishing up some analysis on some old notes. It's quiet here, which is good, because we need to focus.
It's good to have you in your element, Seth. I'm in the studio, just feeling the energy of the room. But wow, we are picking up in such a heavy place. We left off with so much personal chaos for Constant.
Yeah, it's brutal. But look, we have to talk about the man who changed everything for him. Before we get to the magician part, we have to talk about Wronski. The author describes him as this brilliant, starving shadow.
37 years of unremitting poverty? That is it's heartbreaking. He's teaching math to a banker who basically rips him off, loses a court case, and just persists.
But that's the thing. He's pouring out this massive stream of mathematical and philosophical writing while literally starving. And here's where it's wild. The author says his discoveries were so massive they could have eclipsed Newton.
Okay, that is a huge claim, but look at how Constant reacts to him. He wasn't just a fan, he was obsessed. He saw in Wronski this way to finally bridge the gap between his warring identities.
Right. Remember what we said earlier about how the 19th century was such a mess of conflicting beliefs? Constant was a Christian, a socialist, a rationalist, and a mystic. He was pulling himself apart. But Wronski offered him a miraculous synthesis.
It's like he found the source code. He saw that you could use math to explain religion and progress.
Exactly. And it wasn't just abstract theory. He had this thing, the prognometer.
Wait, what? A prediction machine?
It sounds like sci-fi, but it's deeply esoteric. The author describes it as being shaped like the Hebrew letter Shin. It has these copper spheres, pyramids representing divine and human knowledge. It's an entire encyclopedia in a mechanical device.
It sounds like he was trying to build a physical algorithm for the universe.
It's even crazier than that. Wronski believed that if we could just express these higher laws mathematically, all the political suffering and chaos of the world would just stop. He thought a single leader, like Louis Napoleon, could use this science to fulfill a divine mission.
That sounds incredibly dangerous. It's like using a spiritual operating system to run a dictatorship.
It is. It's exactly that spiritual algorithm we've been talking about. But the tragedy is, while Wronski was building these machines of logic, Constant's personal life was collapsing.
Yeah, the whole situation with Madame Constant and the Marquis de Montferrier, it's devastating. The betrayal, the disappearance, it's no wonder he had to reinvent himself.
He didn't just reinvent himself, he buried Abbé Constant entirely. He emerged as Eliphas Levi, the Jewish equivalent of his Christian names. It's a total identity wipe.
So he goes to London, trying to find a new community, and he actually finds one?
He does. He shows.
And then we get to the event, the evocation.
This is the moment. He's in a tower in London. He's wearing white robes, a crown of verbena leaves, holding a sword. He's performing a ritual to summon Apollonius of Tyana.
I can almost feel the tension, the smoke, the flickering flames. And then he sees it, a figure. But it's not the glorious Apollo he expected.
No, it's thin, dark, and grim. And the sheer physical reaction he has, his arm goes numb from the cold of the spirit. He's so terrified he can't even speak.
And the answer he gets? Death.
Just one word. The machine of his life was still running, but the output was pure, chilling mortality. Okay, we need to catch our enough breath. That London ritual, the sheer cold of that spirit. It's heavy. I'm still sitting here thinking about that one word, death.
It's chilling, Seth. Truly. But what's even more unsettling is how he follows it up. He's defensive, he says. I am not so serious and suffer from hallucinations that I would believe this.
Right. He's basically saying, look, I'm not crazy. I actually touched the divine or the terrifying, and it was real. He's doubling down on the legitimacy of the magic. He even says he doesn't care about explaining the physics of how he saw it. He just insists that he did.
It's like he's trying to prove the algorithm works, even if the output is a nightmare. But then the book shifts. We move away from the London Tower and back to Paris, 1854. And honestly, life looks humble.
A single, modest room. He's back on Boulevard Montparnasse, living in basically a studio apartment. He's illustrating for the Carmelites, trying to compete with Gustave Doré, which, let's be honest, is a tough gig, and trying to keep his literary career alive.
He's struggling, but his reputation is exploding. People are pilgrimaging to his door. And then this visitor shows up, an old white-haired priest dressed in black.
This is where the book gets really strange. The recommendation letter is hilarious. This guy, Desbarol, basically tells Levi, here's an old scholar who wants to mumble Hebrew spells with you. Take him, and please get rid of him as soon as you can.
I love that. That is such a work colleague vibe. Here's a person, please deal with them. But then the conversation turns intense.
It goes from mumbling spells to I know your secret name.
Wait, how?
The priest, Charvoz, is a devout man, but Levi starts dropping names. He reveals he knows Charvoz was a vicar in Tours, that he follows a radical priest named Eugène Ventre, and then he drops the bombshell. He calls him Charvoz.
And the man just snaps. He turns pale. He jumps up, he says, I am La Peraz, because that's his mother's name.
It's wild. This is that intellectual infrastructure we talked about earlier. Levi isn't just reading books. He's plugged into this underground web of people who know each's secret histories. And then Charvoz starts telling him about these miracles from Ventre's altar.
Okay, this is where I get skeptical. He describes this empty chalice, and suddenly a single drop of wine appears from a ceiling that has no holes. No cracks, just drip.
And it doesn't stop there. He talks about bleeding hosts, altar breads that are covered in blood, with actual heart shapes forming in the center. He asks to see these miraculous hosts, and the priest, trembling, opens a silver box. And there they are. 3 pieces of bread, soaked in blood. One even has a blood clot shaped like a heart.
It's terrifying. But look at what happens next. He shows Levi an album of other symbols on these breads. A pentagram, a Typhonian fork, even inverted Kabbalistic letters.
This is exactly what we were discussing with the Baphomet imagery earlier. The idea that these symbols, the things people call satanic, are actually appearing on sacred objects. It's like the lines between the holy and the profane are completely dissolving.
It's like the software of the universe is glitching. You have the most sacred items being marked with the symbols of the black magic, or the serpent.
And it ties right back to the political chaos. The book moves from this ritualistic horror to the assassination of Archbishop Sibor, a massive, public, bloody event in a crowded church.
In the description, it's so cinematic. The archbishop standing in the light, and then a hand emerging from the shadows with a knife.
But here's the kicker. The climax of this whole chapter isn't the murder itself. It's what happens when Levi sees the face of the assassin in the papers.
He recognizes him.
He does. He realizes this young priest had come to his door a year earlier looking for a rare grimoire, saying he needed to realize a thought. He had essentially predicted his own crime to the man who would later read about it.
It's like the entire world, the politics, the religion, the magic. It's all just one giant, interconnected, and incredibly violent web. There's no escape from the pattern.
Okay, so we've survived the London Tower and the death prophecy. Now, the book brings us back to a more grounded period, 1854. He's living on Avenue du Maine. He's essentially a professional occultist now, trying to build a life.
But he's still got that edge, doesn't he? The author mentions he gives lectures, but he always warns his students, I don't perform spectacular magical feats.
Yeah, it's like a disclaimer. I can explain the universe to you, but don't expect me to levitate your sofa. But look how even his normal life is haunted. He tells this story about a worker named Maurice.
Oh, I saw this. This is the one where the guy is trying to use a prayer to ward off dark spirits.
Right, and the prayer is just a slip of paper. But one night, the paper literally spontaneously ignites in his hand. And then the next night, Maurice sees a bright light by his bed. And it's the silhouette of Levi himself reaching out for him.
That is so creepy. It's like he can't turn the magician part off. Even when he's just trying to help someone sleep, he's accidentally haunting them.
Exactly. You had to literally point the guy to the enough door. But this leads us into something much more physical. We move into the 1850s and 60s, and suddenly we're in the middle of alchemy experiments.
And this is where it gets, well, messy. I mean, look at this description of the pyrite experiment with Dr. Rosier.
Yeah, it's a disaster. They're looking at pyrite fools. Golden Levi thinks the way it looks like an apricot, or how it contains gold, might be the key. He's trying to find the first matter.
But it just turns into white powder and eats through his laundry. His supplies melted into a box where he kept his underwear. I mean, talk about a failed experiment.
It's a total mess. But even in that failure, there's a clue. He notices that because the pyrite oxidizes, it produces a gentle fire. And that reinforces his whole theory that the first matter must have the property of generating heat.
So even when his clothes are being destroyed by acid, he's like, aha, a clue for the great work. He is relentless.
He really is. He even claims to know the secret of transmutation, that he's seen metallic spermia, a white kind of mercury and a red kind of oil.
That sounds intensely biological.
It's definitely visceral. But look at the contrast in his life here. On one, you have these strange, chemical, almost grotesque experiments. On the other, he's part of this incredibly sophisticated, polished social circle in Paris. Salons, intellectuals, religious writers like Charles Bobby.
It sounds like the golden age of his social life. He's a celebrity in these circles.
But even that is unstable. We see him joining the Freemasons in 1861, but then he leaves. He's too much of a wild card. He tells the church, I left the Masons because they were excommunicated and I need to keep my mind free. He's playing both sides of the religious fence.
He's a true independent agent. But wait, look at this transition. We go from the high society salons to a guy named Kenneth Mackenzie just showing up at his apartment.
This is such a great piece of writing by the author. He describes walking up to Levi's building on Avenue du Maine. It's a beautiful brick building, very professional. He sees these Hebrew symbols and the letters INRI on the door.
It's like the building itself is a ritual object.
Exactly. And then he meets the man himself. He describes Levi as this stunning, ruddy man with piercing eyes and a thick black beard. Not exactly the ethereal wizard you'd imagine, right?
More like a very intense professor.
And the funniest part? The reason he's wearing a hat. He tells Mackenzie he has to wear it because his hair is growing back after a tonsure. He's literally hiding a partially bald head.
That is so humanizing. It takes the great magician and turns him into a guy just trying to manage a bad haircut.
But then, and this is the moment the conversation shifts back to the work, Mackenzie asks about the tarot. And Levi doesn't just say yes, he pulls out this tiny, hand-drawn volume. He shows him 21 cards he drew himself, 20 years in the making, filled with symbols from the Goetia and the Key of Solomon. He's the architect of the modern tarot.
20 years? That's the algorithm coming to life. He's been coding the system his entire adult life.
It's the moment where the man, the history, and the magic all collide. The magician wasn't just a persona, he was a craftsman, building a deck, one symbol at a time. My brain needs a break from all this heavy symbolism. Let's see if I can actually defeat you in Munchkin this time.
In your dreams, get the cards ready.